Oh, what is up? What is up? What is up? Monday Night Raw tonight. Got a lot of things need to talk about. As we are here on this Hallow's Eve, no, pretty much before Halloween and stuff, there's a lot to discuss and pertaining to both, well, pretty much Monday Night Raw, but there's one thing, as of yesterday, there's been a lot of news that's been going down in WWE as in a matter of releases, and I wanted to give my quick thoughts on it real quick. As we all know, WWE has released Emma, Darren Young, and Summer Rae as of yesterday. And I know a lot of people said a lot, and some are actually mad that some of these people got released. This is what I kind of think about it. I do think it was weird that they released Emma after they looked they was actually about to do something with her, but I just still thought it was odd that why did they put in these long matches against Asuka for? Asuka should have been killing somebody in like 15, 20 seconds. We'll get to that later on, but she should have been on a murderous rampage. But it's like they had a, you know, competitive match with Emma and her. I'm not saying it was not a bad wrestler, but it just didn't make sense. And would I say this has been a long time coming with Emma of getting released? Maybe I don't know if it goes back. They probably may not like it because that whole they didn't do the whole Emma leaning thing after they tried to get that thing going, and it looked like they just gave up on it because I don't think she was really ever down with it to begin with. And we went back to evil Emma, and it looked like she just jobbed and jobbed and jobbed and jobbed and jobbed. Do I think Emma was wasted on this show? Yes, she was wasted. Did she go back and try to revitalize herself in NXT? Yes, she did with the evil Emma thing after leaving the whole Bubbles thing popping Emma behind. But it does suck that shit happened. But hey, that's WWE's fault, and I think she'll be okay on the Indies. Okay, like she'll find a way. There's a lot of potential out there, and Emma's done a lot of things in WWE for I don't know how many years she's been in WWE, to be honest. I probably have to look that up, but come on, these people almost fired her before because of a shoplifting thing, well, alleged shoplifting. Let me say allegedly, really, but it was only accidental. Um, a lot. So Emma will be all right on the Indies. I'm sure she'll do better, and she'll get to do what she wants to do and actually wrestle and have great and competitive matches. Like she can go anywhere. I know Ring of Honor is doing their women thing right now. I don't really know a lot about it because most of these things is on YouTube. You have to catch up on Women of Honor. I know she could probably go to the Knockouts division and join them. I think she'd be a great asset to it. I know there's things like Shimmer out there. I don't know a lot of women's promotions when it comes to wrestling, but there's only like three I really only know right now. But Emma, it was, it just didn't make sense how they just start using it. They just let her go, but they came to terms with it. And, people have already gone to Leo Rush's head for making kind of a joke at it. And Leo Rush, I don't know how long he's been in the business. Right now, long. He's like 22 years old. I think his comment was stupid to what he said, but I don't think the guy should be fired now that people want to put a petition on him. I know a whole bunch of wrestlers went at his head now, any people on the indies. I know Ricochet said something, X-Pac, Rosa Mendez, God knows why, Peyton Royce, Oni Lorcan, like he wanted to stiff him, it looked like, in one of his Twitter posts, Jack Gallagher, Bray Wyatt, and they just went at his head, which, Leo Rush had to apologize then. I'm not gonna go hard on him that much. Like, yeah, it was stupid what he did, but I'm not gonna get to the point where I want the guy fired. He just got there. Now, is he gonna get a lot of heat from this? Yeah. Will he probably get in a lot of trouble? Yeah. Or job, maybe. Several things, but I'm not gonna just say fire the guy right off the back. But yeah, Emma, I think maybe it's one of the probably best thing that can happen to her is to be gone from this company, really, because like I said, they've done nothing with her really, and now they want to try and start something, but it's too late for that. They had that chance. They really had a chance, but they just didn't capitalize on it. So Emma will be all right. Emma most likely she'll be okay on the Indies. A lot of people recovered and gotten big on there. Come on, look at Cody Rhodes and others. And come on, I've met the man too when the Bullet Club was here. So yeah, and Darren Young and Summer Rae. Number one, Summer Rae hasn't been on TV in God knows how long, so we have no idea whatever happened to Summer Rae or where she is. Really, I don't know. And what is the most notable thing you could say from Summer Rae? Pretty much that Ruru thing with Rusev. So she was just kind of dead weight in to begin with. So, okay, yeah, they let her go. Darren Young, there's a lot that can be said about Darren Young. And I don't hate the guy. You know, it's funny, somebody said, not funny, but crazy that Heath Slater is the last remaining original Nexus person that's still competing. The others have either retired or are not even wrestling or been released from this company. And he's the only active competitor in WWE right now. Darren Young, what went wrong? Listen, primetime players, I didn't mind primetime players. I like the primetime players, but how far was that going to keep going? Then they tried to, I know he came out and said he was gay, but I think WWE tried to make a big thing out of it. Okay, if he's gay, he's gay. That's him. Let him do his thing. Nothing against that. But at the end of the day, you just sucked. I don't really give a shit about him in general. He just sucked. And I don't think that, because people thought he was gonna get a big push once they said he came out. I didn't understand them. Like, why is he gonna get a big push for it? I don't know why. And I think Titus O'Neil was better than him. Titus O'Neil could talk. Titus O'Neil had a better personality in him, and maybe better than the ring. Like Darren Young, some people called him like the black version of John Cena because he looked like him in the face. And then the whole make Darren Young great again thing, which that was just really horrible with Bob Backlund. He got over one night, and that was on Raw in the beginning. But then it's just like him and Backlund, and then he got hurt, and then that didn't do him any favors. I don't know. They said he came back during main event and Superstars, but I'm not watching that crap. I thought he'd be back on Raw like sooner or later, but I don't know. Is this another case of pretty much cutting dead weight? Yeah. Do I think Summer Rae and Darren Young will do something on the Indies or do something else? Maybe. I'm not sure about Summer Rae, but Darren Young, I think he can. I don't know if he'll reinvent himself. Maybe he can. I don't know. I can't determine that. There's a lot of guys that leave this company that are really nothing, but somehow they reinvent themselves. An example, CJ Parker, pretty much now known as Juice Robinson in New Japan Pro Wrestling right now, who is setting the world on fire over there, putting great matches with Kenny Omega and Tanahashi, Michael Elgin, a lot of people in JPW. I believe he's going for the Intercontinental Championship right now for Tanahashi, I believe. But Juice Robinson, I saw him do a great match with him and Kenny Omega for the U.S. title over there. So, come on, I saw him in the G1. He was doing great, putting on great matches. He pinned Omega. Come on. So, yeah, he's doing great right now than what he did in NXT. So Darren Young, I don't know, but a lot of it is cut dead weight. And a lot of these people, I'm surprised people care about them so much, but they've barely been on TV. Summer Rae, I just don't care. So it's like cutting dead weight. Emma, yeah, that one I probably will say a little things on that, but as for Darren Young, it maybe could be salvageable, but it's almost like I said, you cut dead weight at the end of the day. So will there be more releases from this? I don't know. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't. I can't really determine who's going to get released in that, but like I said, Emma, I believe Emma will be okay. She'll be around the Indies. I still just think it was strange how it was done. Like first she now want to do something with it, then she's just released in. So, like I said, waste potential. Maybe we'll see Impact. Maybe we'll see Women of Honor, Shimmer. I don't know. Time will tell when Emma does something. I'm still got to go that 90-day compete call. So, I just want to give my thoughts on the recent WWE releases. Now, Monday Night Raw, we had a lot of returns tonight. First off, Kurt Angle came and talked about the whole Under Siege thing, and he apologized to Raw for what happened and it will never happen again, and that his friendship with Shane McMahon blinded him for the price of it. Then next thing you know, just to kick off the show very badly, Stephanie McMahon comes out, which I was like, oh god, which she came out and pretty much a flat reaction saying welcome to Raw, and talked about the 25th anniversary for Raw, and Kurt's doing a hell of a job. It's like you got these incidents like the Braun Strowman thing and your paternity thing with Jason Jordan, and talked about Kurt Angle, which he got a you still got it chant. But then he says, you're the reason why SmackDown cut off Raw. And then it's just regular old Stephanie McMahon. She must bitch and emasculate men in the ring as usual, calling Kurt Angle incompetent. Shane lost his Hell in a Cell, but his show's supposed to be a big winner, and you're not gonna let Raw fail after they've been here for like 25 years and stuff. So you're not gonna let this go down badly, that you're going to do something about it. But as Kurt just kept trying to speak, she cut him off, and she expects results, and you're now the captain of Survivor Series for Team Raw, and she expects total annihilation, or there will be a new general manager, and she dropped the mic and left. So once again, dude, is the Authority coming back? Let's just make this here. I feel like the Authority's just gonna come back, and it's gonna be Stephanie McMahon, except it's not Mick Foley this time. It's Kurt Angle. Now he's got to get bitched and emasculated, and again, just like every other guy on this show, they get bitched and emasculated. So, just why did they need to bring her back on TV? Like, oh, she's supposed to motivate Raw. Now you might as well bring back Undertaker to motivate SmackDown like last year now. And pretty much Angle, you know, I guess tried to apologize and it just didn't work. And then later on, Miz and the Mr. Roger, Bo Dallas was back, by the way, from his meningitis, sickness. So it was good to see him again. But Kurt Angle says you guys are late, and you know what? You're putting your Intercontinental title on the line tonight against whoever, really. So Dallas is back on TV. Good to see him. Now with the title we dropped tonight, I don't know. But next thing you know, Bayley was supposed to go against Alicia Fox. But Alicia Fox says we have a suitable replacement. Nia Jax returned after a lot thought Nia Jax. We heard Nia Jax was probably going to be leaving, maybe, or whatever the problem. Some people think The Rock got involved with this because it's a cousin and stuff, and that he may have said something about it. I don't know if it had to do creative or pay or whatever's going on Nia Jax, but she came back. She got a big reaction. She won, beating Bayley with a leg drop, and Fox did her crazy act like usual, and pretty much said she's the first member. Called Nia the first member for Team Raw. Next thing you know, another return happened. Samoa Joe came back. So Samoa Joe came back on TV. He was back. So that's like 4 returns tonight. Samoa Joe came out there. He says, I see a lot of you guys missed me. But he says, I don't miss you. I don't miss any of you fans. And, I will beat anybody out here that comes at me, and I'll treat them like they're you guys pretty much. So Joe pretty much turned the crowd quickly against him as he went against Apollo Crews. But surprised it wasn't a squash match really, and it like don't worry, Joe is still dominant, but I'm surprised this wasn't a squash match in general. I said like he did the year 9, and he said sit your ass down to Crews, and then he ended with the Coquina clutch, and then he went on Titus O'Neil after he got in. So pretty much, yes, I'm saying pretty much so much, but Joe choked both of them out and beat Crews. I'm just surprised that Crews get a lot of offense in on Joe. Really, I was actually surprised at that. And what's also odd about this whole I know they said Raw 25 years, but do you really need to promote Raw and SmackDown after SmackDown just kicked the living crap out of Raw last week? And I know Undertaker and Kevin Nash and Shawn Michaels are supposed to be on there. Well, Undertaker is rumored to appear on there, so that's the thing with the Dead Man. But I don't know why you need to promote SmackDown after you guys just had to jump. Miz was out to see who he was going to face for the Intercontinental title. Matt Hardy came out as JoJo was back also. Let me say that too. JoJo was back from her I guess meningitis. Her mom said she had meningitis, but well, she didn't have meningitis though, but I don't know, that's what's rumored to be, that she got sick too. Miz went against Matt Hardy for the Intercontinental Championship. Lots and lots of delete chants, which was actually a really good match. Did Dallas and Axel get involved a little? Yes. But it was actually a really good match. And Matt even hit a moonsault and he hit a twist of fate, but Miz was able to roll out as Matt Hardy grabbed him. Miz pretty much hit him with hitting Matt Hardy in the top rope, and then the skull crushing finale and won. So it was a pretty good match right there. Didn't matter in that one. Alexa Bliss tried to tell Kurt Angle what to do with Mickie James, that we need to cut the dead weight and trade for Mickie James for the Mae Young Classic. I don't know if there was a shot at Emma in that, so I don't know about that. But pretty much Kurt Angle says, you know what, title match tonight, you versus Mickie James for the Women's Championship. Some people thought it would be a title change anyways, just so they don't do no heel versus heel thing at Survivor Series. Asuka went against pretty much Java Stacy Cullen. Pretty much Asuka killed her in like a minute, okay, and pretty much killed her out there. Which they should have did this in the beginning instead of do that whole thing with Emma. I just like I said at the beginning, discussing the releases. That didn't make sense. Why don't you just do squash matches in the beginning? And then again, Asuka didn't get that big a reaction coming out. Also, she got a big reaction in the pay-per-view, but then like kind of the night after that, and then this week, it's like the crowd was quiet throughout the match and quiet through here, and it just looked like no one did not care. It looked like. So I question what they're doing with Asuka on here already. Okay, I really do. Like, I question a lot of people that bring up from NXT, really, because they just crap on NXT. Don't even get me started on Nakamura, okay? Don't get me started on that. But as Crane was in the back, he started yelling, says, they're here. Next thing you know, Daniel Bryan showed up on here. Pretty much questioned Bryan, why are you even here? You're here to finish the job, but Bryan said we want to keep it diplomatic, and he says they don't even know I'm here. And he didn't know this was going to happen. And pretty much Karen says, the Ross is going to chew you alive. So you can just pretty much stay there. You tell Shane McMahon I'm going to bring my gold medals and everything, because we're going to take out SmackDown. But he pretty much told him to remain there as Daniel Bryan was on the phone and talking to somebody. Then the lights went out as he was on his cell phone light. And as he pretty much talked, he just said, he called back and said something's wrong. Next thing you know, Kane grabbed him and looked like he chokeslammed him off camera then. So Kane on his path of destruction tonight. Finn Balor went against Cesaro. Pretty good match. Which at least he gained the win back after that weird loss last week. Kane clean, by the way. It's still baffling to me. Kane, like I said, Finn Balor hit the coup de grace on pretty much on the back of Cesaro's neck. Wasn't the coup de grace exactly, but he hit him in the back of the neck though. And after him in the back of the neck, Cesaro lost it, but then, like I said, he got the win. It was pretty good that Finn, I'm a little lost on my words right here. Like I said, he got a win after that weird loss last week, but pretty much he beat Cesaro, and as Finn Balor was leaving, Kane pretty much showed up, and he tombstoned him on the stage then. So after that, Kane went to the ring, and then the Shield's music hit, and Seth and Dean came out. So Kane killing Balor again, folks. He beats him clean next week. This week, he tombstones him on the stage. You gotta make Kane look strong, folks. He's that new up-and-coming talent, so gotta make him look like a monster. Gotta make him look like a monster, pretty much. Next thing you know, I guess they had to carry Daniel off a stretcher then also. They had to do that tonight. But Kane went in Seth Rollins. Sheamus and Cesaro was still at ringside, by the way. But it was an okay match. Kane pretty much won with a chokeslam on Rollins after the Bar got involved and beat up Dean Ambrose. And then Kane pretty much, he won with a chokeslam. Ambrose attacked him with the dirty deeds. But Kane rose up as the Bar, and they all jumped him in. They started beating him up, and pretty much Kane hit tombstones on both of them to make Kane look strong. And then as Miz in the back was going to celebrate with the Mr. Rod, they had champagne. That's, they saw a trash bag there, and they wanted to know where it came from. And as Miz just looked scared, he says he's a little worried now, as the garbage man himself, the dumpster man himself, Braun Strowman, they thought was going to come back tonight. And as Miz pretty much told Kane, what he did as he threw him in the garbage truck at TLC, but Kane says it was you, Cesaro, and Sheamus helped me throw him in the garbage truck. And Miz said he's back, and Kane said he doesn't know how. He doesn't know he's back or anything, but he knows Strowman knows where to find him if he's looking for him. And Miz said, we're on the same team. So he's like, team, you're on your own. So Braun's coming for him. I started laughing through this whole thing. Braun's coming for Miz. Gotta hide, man. Heath Slater and Rhino went against Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson in a trick-or-treat fight, which Slater and Rhino were Mr. and Mrs. Claus, Santa, and Gallows and Anderson, which I really need to watch more of the Southpaw Regional Wrestling thing, as Tex Ferguson and Shad Too Bad. This match was horrible. I do not care. Rhino won after Gallows and Anderson put pumpkins on their heads and he put them through a table, and Gallows never mentioned. I don't think the announcers knew what to say through this whole thing. Just can we send Gallows and Anderson back to Japan to be part of Bullet Club again? Like, seriously, can we? Does anybody have a suggestion of that, or Balor Club, or whatever club they're in? I don't know. This is just. I guess maybe the crowd got a kick out of it because it was Halloween, but I don't know. This just fucking sucked. Fucking sucked. But pretty much then Miz was telling Sheamus and Cesaro what happened, and about what happened with Strowman, and pretty much says, somebody's probably messing. They're probably playing a prank, and then he says like, I thought we gotta be a strong team, but then pretty much they laughed and said like, team. This is fella, you're on your home. And pretty much Miz called Axe and said, we're leaving, we're getting out of here now. Elias made another song about Jason Jordan and Joe Flacco, the Baltimore Ravens quarterback, and the ballad of Jason Jordan singing about hitting a guitar on his arm. Jordan came out, and no reaction as usual, and him and Elias went at it. He suplexed him, and then he stepped on his guitar then. Miz asked if Dad's about to leave, and he said, first you want to show up late for the show, as Angle said. No, you want to leave early? And he said, you better stay here or else. You're not leaving till the end of the show. Enzo came out, which he had his voice back, did his usual entrance, and then gave the mic to Drew Gulak, and talked about incompetence and cutting a promo. And Gulak said there's only one word to describe Kalisto, S-O-F-T, soft. Kalisto against Gulak, won like in under a minute. Enzo hit him with the eat the feed after yada yada yada. There you go. Main event time, Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James for the Women's Championship, which this match is very flat. I don't think people cared for it. That the fans just started chanting for CM Punk in Baltimore. And then Bliss just won with a right hand, and that was it. And as soon as Bliss won, they really went back to Miz and Dallas and as they got in their car and pretty much were about to leave. But then a garbage truck started backing up, and then they couldn't get out the door, and then the camera just goes everywhere, as Kevin Dunn would usually do. And they said, driver, get the brakes, driver, drive. And the garbage truck kept backing up. Miz was just trying to get out of the car. And then as the trash went on the ground, Strowman, it just looked cheesy, really. It looked very bad, horror movie-esque, and Strowman rose from the ground, from the trash can, the dumpster man himself, as Miz and him finally got out of the car, started running to the ring, as Bliss was still celebrating, by the way, and as they scurried around, Strowman just started attacking them all over the place, throwing to the monitor. Strowman was going to put Miz through the table, but Axe and Dad continued to save him as he threw him down the ramp, and as Miz was almost getting slammed, they all kept saving Miz most of the time, as Axel was able to save him from a power slam, but Strowman pretty much, and either way, Strowman was over with the crowd, and the people chanted for him. They pretty much hit a power slam, and the fans chanted one more time, which he hit 6 power slams in a freaking row, as Miz and Dallas looked on and ran away, and he hit one more power slam through the announce table and carried him up there, and that's how they closed the show. So is Strowman a face now? I don't know, but sure strong enough one to make him a face. So he may be a face as you look at it from this standpoint, because the crowd was super over for Braun Strowman tonight. I don't think a lot of people care about the women's match anyways. They just chanted for CM Punk. We'll probably get a U.S. title match and a women's title match tomorrow anyways, just to see if it changes up anything for Survivor Series like it did tonight. But Strowman looked strong. Miz was able to escape just for the night, but Axel was killed. I'm sure Strowman was back in about a week, so I wouldn't take him to return. He only missed like 1 week. So Raw in the first 2 hours was good, but then the third hour just stank up to high heaven, and it only got good when Strowman came out, because everything just started to feel random. So we had a lot of returns tonight. Stephanie McMahon, Samoa Joe, Nia Jax, Bo Dallas, pretty much back. So we had a lot of returns. Wasn't a bad show, as pretty much, before Halloween and stuff, but yes, I just get so tired of those. Stephanie McMahon has to emasculate all the men on the show, usual same old Stephanie, which will probably be back on Monday Night Raw. The Authority takes over, and we'll go back to that crap, and I'm sure the ratings will go even lower, and lower attendance will continue to happen. I still find it funny that they say revenue is up or something, and she said something to do with Jinder Mahal, and I just had to laugh at that comment anyways. But yeah, she's back on TV, and Joe and others a lot. So it wasn't particularly a bad show. It just fell off at some points, and still it's a lot of bad things. But I had to describe the releases and pretty much talk about that in the show tonight. But I'm out of here. We'll see what happens on SmackDown tomorrow, Halloween night. So peace out.